G'day, welcome back. Today just a quick look at my new scan capabilities for Fords. I've got a couple of new tools, new pieces of software. Both of them you don't have to pay for, which is a bonus, but to get them to work takes a little bit of finesse, I guess. They're based on the ELM327 chip. That's pretty widely used out there, used by the Talk app and all these other third-party ones. But there's a problem using this with Ford. Ford has a proprietary kind of CAN bus. It's called the medium speed CAN bus, or MS CAN bus. And to get an ELM327 adapter to work with that, you need to modify it and swap some of the pins around. And now my original plan was get this generic one, show you how to modify it. Plenty of guides online out there, and get it to work. But for that to be possible, it needs to be ideally a genuine ELM327 adapter, or has to be fully compliant with the ELM327. And a lot of the generic junk wing wang Chinesian ones, they do the bare minimum. They can just do the OBD2, don't have the full features. So instead of doing that, I ended up buying a pre-made one that's got the switches between high speed, medium speed CAN bus. Even says ELMconfig compatible. So yeah, that's the one I'm using. I'll show you what happens when you plug this one in, so you know what you're looking for, and we'll go through what we can do with this for both the Forscan software and the ELMconfig. So here we go. Right, we'll start off with plugging the generic Chinesium ELM327. I'll show you what happens on screen when we try and use the Forscan software. Yeah, she's in. Alright, so we're in Forscan, and then we go and try and connect. Now we've got to make sure we got those initial conditions. Ignition's on. So it's found the adapter. Apparently it's an ELM325 V1.5. So there we go, unable to connect, bad ELM327 clone. So we need to have a fully compatible ELM327 adapter. This one's not fully compatible, so there we go. So I'd say don't waste your time getting the cheap ones. Go for one that's supposedly for a Ford, costs you an extra $5-10, but it's just easier, because now I've had to buy two. But yeah, this generic one works fine with Talk and any other OBD2 software, just no good for the Forscan. Right, so we'll get this one disconnected. I'll try this again. Keys on. We're in the high speed CAN position, I believe. If not, we can change it. There you go. Then it comes up with a profile for the vehicle. This one's a Focus Duratorque Turbo Diesel 1.8 Common Rail. It's a facelift, the Mark 2.5, so it's 2.825 model year. It's got our VIN there. So there we go. So we can go through it. Picks up all of our modules on the high speed CAN, and it's asking if we have a high speed, medium speed CAN switch. We'll say yes. Then we change it, we flick our switch, and then in addition to the modules you see there, we can also go through the other ones: restraints, audio, generic. Once we're in there, we can go through. We've got no codes. There's the scope. Well, not really scope, it's a graphing capability. We'll come back to that. There's also a load of tests you can run. It seems to vary by model, because I was hoping I'd have access to injector programming, because when you change injectors on these, you have to enter the serial number, which has got all the calibration information, into the ECU so that it runs properly. On the older model, I'll put a screenshot up, you get that function. I haven't found it in here yet, certainly not in the place it should be. It should come under Service procedures, we don't have it. We can just reset modules and do PATS programming. We can also do some configuration, supposedly. Okay, so to get those advanced features you need the extended license, but that's no problem because I'm going to show you another piece of software shortly. And then you can change your units or whatever else. But our graphing software is probably the most useful. I've got a few bits lined up there we can configure. You can pick out any of these PIDs. There's heaps of them. It's OBD2 stuff. There's all sorts. Left with fuel rail pressure, RPM, generator command, which relates to your smart charging system. So that's when the PCM signals the alternator to come on and does whatever it does. What was that? I've forgotten what that one was. Accelerator pedal position. So you get numbers on there. You go to our scope. We can scope. There we go. We get live data. So that's Forscan. Pretty awesome. Quite happy with that for a free bit of software. As you saw, there's an extended life capabilities, but next up we'll show you ELMconfig. So we'll just head back over here. We'll just disconnect. Keys off. We'll come out of that. Okay, ELMconfig has freeware. It comes from Russia. All the best dodgy things to do. There's a little bit of software, put a link down below. When you open it, you choose your language, you choose how your device connects, either a VCP or ELM adapter. You can pick your model. So on here we've got, it's predominantly for the Focus and Mondeo platform, so all the options are set up for that. Let's go into it there. So there we go. So wait for that banner to go. Right, then you can see all the modules are on the medium speed cam and all the ones that are on the high speed cam. So look at our PCM. It gets us on there, so yeah, we can talk to it, no problem. In terms of configuration, there's quite a few changes you can make. We can read from the PCM, we can see so yeah, you can read all of the information, follow the prompts on the screen. So yeah, plenty of information there. You can save this all to a file, you can load it from a file, you can write and read from the PCM. You can probably destroy everything you ever need to. Probably destroy everything you ever need to. Probably destroy everything you ever need to. But again, we've got all the other modules. You can read your config of everything you've got. Right, so the important part, well, most useful part, is our generic electronics module. Again, we need to move our switch to the medium speed. Can read our information. It shows you unlock events. That's great, I suppose. So in here you can set all your comfort options, your courtesy lights, headlights, hazard lights, all that kind of stuff. There's also a number of other things you can play with. So different behaviour of central locking. Again, you can read from the module, see what configuration you've got. You can make some updates. And yeah, it's pretty handy. So this is on the Ford Focus 2008 Mark 2.5. I'll go and plug into the Mondeo and we'll see what we can do in there. Right. We're in. Right, so we're in Forscan. Connect. I think we're still in the high-speed can. Oh yeah, I should probably turn the key on, eh? Alright, maybe if we turn on to a high-speed can mode. So it's 2011 model year. There we go, so Mondeo Duratorque 2 litre common rail. You can read the TCM, which is really useful. Body control. And I just want us to go to our medium speed. Yep, we can do that. Trouble codes on our body control module. DTC's on our speech recognition module. This car's a lot fancier, a lot newer. When you first connect a vehicle, it asks you if you want to create a profile for it. So yeah, we do. Instrument panel cluster's also got DTCs, so let's have a look at those first. None of the TCM, none of the PCM is what we like to see. Oh, license plate light, yeah, correct, so I've got a bulb out. It's nice that a computer can tell you've got a bulb out. Well, it's not out, you just tap it, it comes back on, so I should fix it. So there we go, connection. Change the connection to the car you're looking at, Mondeo 4. Oh. Right, wrong language. Try again. That's English, that's Mondeo. That's, yeah. No. Okay, so we're having more luck here, but a few issues with language. That's a nice thing to come up on your dash, engine malfunction. Hopefully it's will go away. Hopefully. Gee whiz, that was a heart-stopping moment. So we had that engine malfunction on. No crank, just kept coming back engine malfunction. Starting to panic a wee bit. Couldn't talk to anything. Don't mess around with budget scan tools. I'll just come back to the one that I know that works. Right, so to get it back working, I disconnected the battery for 10 minutes. Near pooped my pants, put it back together. We're okay. So I wasn't trying to program anything, I was just trying to read from the modules. So turns out that was a bad idea. Well, it might not have been, but yeah, that was no fun. So yeah, always be careful with your scan tools. So disconnecting the battery, reconnecting, we're back up, we got no fault codes, we don't need a new PCM, it's reset the time. Oh, we've got the bonnet open again, but wow, I think I need to go and change my knickers. Not fun, don't mess with stuff. So yeah, it worked great on the Focus, had all the options we wanted. Mondeo, a lot more going on, not much fun. I need coffee. So there we go. Lesson learned. Don't mess with stuff if you stuff you find for free on the internet. It does good work, but yeah, it's not quite all there, is it? So cool. Thanks for watching. Cheers.